Welcome back to the culture of currency. As you remember, we went and sold a bunch of somebody's generic old silver. They're junk silver. They're 90% and 40% silver. We posted a video about that. We also said for you to guess how much you thought it was in silver, because we were going to send a quote to APMEX, because they also buy silver, and see what they came back with. So we have that quote. We've discussed that quote in the previous video, and now we're going to go through the comments and see who was closest so that we know who won this 50-cent piece here, this $50, this Kennedy. So that being said, let's go ahead and try to go through these comments with me and figure out who was closest. Simple as that. So if you don't remember, this is our quote here. Remember that they do face value, right? So we had 90%, about $80 and almost $81 in face value. So they quoted $1,700 for that. We had $116 and 40% value. They quoted $863. We had a Morgan apiece, and then two 100-ounce bars. And so the total for the APMEX experience was $8,267.01. As we discussed in that video, you might have seen Wednesday. If you've not seen it, you might want to go back. Did we actually go and sell it to APMEX? Well, being that I am brokering this deal on behalf of another, we wanted to make sure we covered all bases. And APMEX was definitely one of those bases we wanted to cover, just because I've never done it before. We needed to see what their process was. Remember that it was about $8,200, but we ended up actually selling it for quite a bit more outside of APMEX, about $400 or $500 more. I don't really remember which one. I think it was about $450, because we ended up selling it for $8,681, which got us an ounce of gold and a bunch of cash, as you remember in our video on Wednesday. So I got to get that out to the owner of the silver. So that was a fun opportunity to do. But this is going to be exciting. So we have to go through the comments and see who was closer and see who gets to walk home with this little Kennedy $50. So remember, it was, once again, $8,267. All right. So we're going through here. Joseph Lopez says, about $1,000 of constitutional silver. Well, Joseph, $1,000 is a lot of money, but it wasn't quite enough for this time. If we do this again, maybe next time you'll be a little bit more engaged on the price. All right. Razbabo doesn't have a prediction here that doesn't require me to do math. All things silver, 9,350. That's a pretty cool number, but unfortunately it's a little bit over. James Reel, $8,200. Oh, sorry, the fixin's $8,120, which is pretty close, and $8,200, which is even closer. So that is going to be $67.01 away. That's what we have to beat. All right, we have $7,925, which is nice, but not quite close enough, because we have James Reel with $8,200 currently. Dragon Comstock 178, I guess $9,270.25. Not bad there. Little over. I would have loved that, by the way, Dragon. But it's not quite there. Otis, $7,685. Pretty good, but not quite there. $7,450 for user QL7Y11, whatever that is. Sergeant, $8,461. Pretty dang close, but a little bit over. Not quite as close as James Reel was. Al Klein, my guess is $10,305. Not quite. I would love that, but it's not quite there. By the way, this little crab by his name, if you don't know what that means, it means he's a channel member. So awesome job there. He gets all the benefits of being a member, and he is now my best friend and invited to my birthday party. We have 8440, $10,123. A little bit high on that, though I would have loved it. Connor, $69.20. Unfortunately, not quite close enough. User, whatever amalgamation of letters and numbers that is, my guess is 91.98. Not quite, but I would have loved it. And that seems to be it. So that means that James Reel, wherever he's at, yes, James Reel, 79.87, was only $67.01 away. See, I could reply to this. We shall see. And he gave me an LOL. Well, we saw, James, and you are the guy. So, that being said, let me go back to this. This will be going home to you. I think I have your address because you've won on my channel before. But if you want to email me just to verify, I can do that and make sure that I am engaged in getting you what you need as far as all that goes. Awesome stuff. Now, next, something else. We're back on our website, hobbysilver.com, and I did want you to know I've updated a couple of things recently. It's probably since you've been on. One, I've added a couple of articles, so if you like reading about the things that we learn about, here is one article I just wrote, The Mother Teresa Thaler. Goes back into things that you might want to know. Hopefully I did a good job on those. I did write it at 5 a.m., and so that has a whole... a whole smattering of issues in itself, but hopefully I did decently enough. And I also put my video down here. If you've not seen it about this fantastic world coin, you might want to check it out. We also have added a couple of things here at the store. So I have been lucky enough to have won a couple of giveaways on other channels. You might be seeing a video about that. And these are some of those items. So if you want to buy into some of these things, go for it. This is a first day of issue 2005 Minnesota quarter, SP69 of course. It has the satin finish and it is apparently ICG certified, whatever that means, number 438 out of 4775, which makes me think that this is limited to 4,755. I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming it's my first coin that is slabbed, which, believe it or not, that is the case. And I'm selling that for $20, which seems to be what is reasonable on eBay. This here is a standing Liberty quarter that I received as well from the giveaway. 90% silver, obviously historic coin. I already have a few of these, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to share and let y'all have an opportunity to get one of those. And here we have two George Washington commemoratives, the 250th anniversary. I won those as well. They're 90%ers here, and they are $50. They are not quite the size of a Kennedy, but they are beautiful. They're just beautifully struck. And I thought, you know what, maybe y'all should have an opportunity for those as well, because I won those. It's not any skin off my back, and they are going to be $15 a piece, which is what I see them selling for online. So I thought, you know what, if you're going to buy them, I'll offer them. I have stacks and stacks of these. These are double Eisenhower dollar bundles. So basically, I have a bunch of the 1776 bicentennial, so I'm just going to pair them up with one of the random 71 through 78s. And so if you want to buy for $450 into this, you would get a bicentennial and a random Eisenhower, so that you would have both of their kind of designs, just because they're cool, chunky, historic coins. Not a big deal. Just thought I would throw those out there because I have way more than I need. Here are some dollar coins that are 2001. So this is kind of the first issue, the Sacagawea, the first design that I can remember on these. I think it's the first design they ever had when they went to this kind of bronzy, goldish, whatever it is. But yeah, I did a pack of 3 for $5 there. And then if you want a custom Culture of Currency sticker and poker chip, there is a limited amount that we talked about selling whenever we design these, so that the only way you can get these is if you are a member of this channel. You will get one on your 6-month anniversary. You can buy a couple that we are going to be offering to sell, and then the rest are going to be for different content creators for poker chip trades, something like that. So we only have 100 of these things. It is a limited mintage, but I did reserve a handful for sale. And so if you are somebody who doesn't want to be a channel member and wants one of these, that's going to be really the way to get them. So if you want to do that, that's $8.50. And that is what we have here updated on the hobbysilver.com store, with the exception of, if you go to community, I have updated a few of the community videos from the different channels. let's see. I know I updated this one not too long ago, the Silver Struck. We've got Thompson's Coins opening his own coin shop. And I know that's a frightening thing to think about. I know a lot of you have thought about opening a coin shop. He did it. He was brave enough to do it. We're all chicken. So he would be a wealth of knowledge if that is something you are trying to do. Right here we have a beautiful, beautiful video Sal did, Salvate Metal, on a new silver coin from the Royal Mint. It is a Valiant, a St. George and the Dragon style. A store visit from Singapore if you like Asian markets. So those are all new and updated videos. But go check out theoldhobbysilver.com. That is what I have for you today. So if there is nothing else, please remember, as always, to stay classy and current with the culture of currency.